What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pop number 7. We're also going to be calling the next one Pop number 7 when you watch it. You'll hear me say that. That is because due to technical issues, we've had to push that bound back. We're recording this on the day it comes out, February 18th. So it's just going to be a short, probably 10-minute sort of tips and tricks grab bag, but we will not be neglecting everybody's favorite, the weekly winners.
Yes, so weekly winners, I can go ahead and start with that.
Yes, please
My
do.
weekly winner for this week, this weekly winner of the week is the Antenna 4H Round Top, part 3957. The colors for this part that are good are trans red. That's kind of the most common one you find, and the sell through on that is amazing. And it sells for 98 cents on average. You can ask more than that and they'll go. Also in trans yellow, it's about $5, 483, and then trans dark blue, it's
Only in a monorail.
it's rare but has a good sell through and it's like $15. So,
Yep.
yeah, that's my weekly winner.
My weekly winner is less good, but still nice, is part number 2540. It's a very common part in like all colors, just in general, is the plate modified 1x2 with bar handle on side, free ends. Anyway, in reddish brown, it sells for over $1, and I sold two in new condition for over $6 over the summer because I found this part in use, and I got a Cars set that had two of them sealed for $20, and it also had some other winners in it as well, like the dark bluish gray 4L bar. Anyway, the point is, this is a good part, and it has a very good sell-through. I listed one 2 days ago and sold it yesterday. So, the best winners are the ones that sell, not the ones with the highest dollar amount.
All right, well, let's continue with our video. We
Yes.
have a few, it's a mixed bag of an episode. We have a lot of things to talk about.
Sort of like used Lego.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, David.
Yeah, thank you.
So,
So,
you have heard us talk about sell-through, and maybe some of you guys don't know what necessarily that is or how we calculate it. So, David, would you like to explain what sell-through is?
yes. So sell-through is the lots that have sold over a specific time frame, usually 6 months because that's what Bricklink gives us, and then it's comparing the number to the number that are currently available so that you can sort of gauge or predict the future, really. It's really predicting the future. It's a time machine is what sell-through is.
Yeah.
And basically the point being, something that if there's less of something for sale than have sold in 6 months, then you can be fairly sure that in 6 months at a reasonable price your item will no longer be yours. It will have been paid for by somebody else.
Yeah, so looking at the from weekly winners, the Antenna
Callback.
4H with a round top. If you take we're looking at used at least here. The times sold over total lots available. So it's 1347 over 329, which is, you divide those and you get 4.09. So it's 409% sell through, which is good. That's a really good part.
Yeah, so what that means to me, at least, is because it sells so much, it's a part where it's not worth chasing the sale. Like, the part sells for $1. Some people may be tempted to say 75 cents, I get it out the door. But I think what sell-through tells me, at least, is, hey, this is going to sell anyway. How about I go on the other side of that argument? And if it's going to sell anyway, I should get a little more for it.
Yeah. I listed all of mine for $1. I listed about 25 or 30 for $1. And they were gone within a month. So
Yep.
that definitely at the like average price they sell real fast. So yeah, that's what I've started doing, is listing winners at a higher price than the 6 month average. And I know that you list everything at current inventory or even higher.
Yeah, it just depends on how I'm feeling that day. It's not as crazy as maybe Chris's pricing, but above for sure. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna throw this in here on the fly. This is something I was talking with Evan about, um, which is, and I don't know how it's gonna transition from sell through, but anyway, so obviously we all know our lot counts are fake on Bricklink. So what we do to get our real number, Nikki, is we download it to Brickstore and consolidate. Correct.
Yeah.
I have a new number that I use as a metric, which is what I'm going to call reach. So if you could have your real lot count and then your reach. And I find my reach by downloading my inventory, consolidating everything, and then changing all the condition to the same condition, and then consolidating again. And that shows you exactly how many basically lots you have, because most buyers are not don't care if it's new or used, if they're in a store that sells used anyway. I feel so. Basically, what it does is it shows the selling power of your store without the skewed number of, if you have 5,000 new lots, but you also have 4,000 of those as well in used, it's not doing that much for your reach, which is what I like to call it.
Exactly. I like the word reach for that. Nice.
Yeah. I think Evan was stoked on it too.
Yeah.
And just for the sake of the video, I'll send you screenshots. I'll put in the. I'm gonna just do mine real quick right now. I'll download my store, and then we will highlight everything. Then do Control L. Yes to all. All right. So taking a minute. I feel like Great Brick Lab right now. All right. So I'll screenshot this, and I actually have Light Shot, by the way.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Shout out. This video is sponsored by Light Shot. So that's my consolidated number, and now when I set everything to used and then consolidate again, this is my reach number. Ooh, we're almost at 17,000 reach.
All right. Well,
cool.
Now we see David's reach, and now you can calculate yours too.
All right. So we are going to be rehashing some of the first pop points here, but maybe articulating them better than before is just sort of a rehash on why we both sell used parts over new, and sort of some strategies to take forward to keep the overhead low and the returns quick and greater. So, Nikki, what are the things you're doing when you are just getting in a used lot and trying to get your capital back as quick as possible?
Yeah, so I will go through it and pull out anything I know sells for a decent dollar amount.
And anything that you saw on the Part Out Podcast Weekly Winners.
Exactly, that's where I learned that. Anything, I pull out any winners, I pull out minifigs, and that's kind of, I pull out, winners and minifigs is really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then, winners is a pretty broad category.
Yeah, and that's where the experience comes in, but there's some things that you should just know, like printed Star Wars stuff, printed old stuff. It's not going to be great, but it will add unique lots.
Yeah. Usually you'll be able to find, like, in a used lot, I'll find, a few pieces that, like, make up most of the money that I spent.
That's the hope. And my personal goal is to list within an hour, at least my cost of the lot, if not more, and obviously more is great. One of the, I guess, dark horses of getting your money back as soon as possible is partial used set assemblies. And the reason I say this is basically what you're given when you get a partially built set or a new sealed bag, sort of same concept, is a cataloged file, because the set's inventory is free for you on Brickstore. So I think both of our thinking is that these things have already been pulled out or separated because they're a built set or a sealed bag. So might as well use the tool that is Brickstore and a used set part out to just quickly list those parts instead of putting them through the process through the mill of getting sorted and then you manually uploading them. That's a really good way as well, sorry, to build your lot count, because my new theory on lot count is that you can't chase sales at all and you can only upload as much as possible. So there's no reason to think about what you're uploading. I mean, obviously the higher value first is good. Do that. But other than that, I think it's sort of a crapshoot. So if you have a used set, great. It's going to give you a bunch of random parts that could have taken you several months to process, and now they're just up for sale, and they're boosting you on the wanted list count.
Like this. Was in
What's that?
It's a it's a motorcycle.
Does it have a pullback function?
It has a pullback function.
This is something that I pulled out recently in a screening, and it's for sale on my Bricklink, and the first person to buy this gets it. Yeah, so the unconsolidating is sort of key here in the getting your cost back right away, because it doesn't make sense to do a partial part out of a used set if you already have 80% of those lots and you got to walk around your store. I don't know what your store looks like. I don't know if you upload used. I don't know if you consolidate, but that is just something to mention, not to keep proving myself right or be in an echo chamber. And also, but to the point of the people who do like consolidating, I don't list monochrome legs usually out of a lot right away. I let those build up until I've got like 50 of each color. But printed legs are always a sort of insta list, if you will.
Yeah. Yeah, I pull minifigs, but I don't list them all right away. I just have like a shoe in of them, and I'll pull out anything that I know is like a good minifig or an expensive one. I'll list those right away, and other stuff just kind of sits until I feel like listing minifig again, because I've not been into listing minifig lately. All right, well, we have finished our episode. That is everything we wanted to talk about. I hope you enjoy this and are looking forward to our next episode, which will be with Chris James from the Great Brick Lab. Hopefully.
And we will see you all in the premiere of this in 3 hours.
Yes.
Because that's when we're recording.
Hopefully. It might be 4 hours. We'll see. I might need an extra hour. I still got to pack orders today. Farewell. Have a good one.
Like and subscribe. Peace.